Can't even get the first line right. I swear to fucking God.
Welcome back, Minneapolites. It's 8:03 in the beautiful 612, and if you're just joining us, well, you're right on time for Hour 4 of Minnesota Tonight this morning with the state of Minnesota. I'm Cody Nelson Gardner.
And I'm Lizzie Gardner, and we're both jazzed AF, as the kids might say. That's coming up on hours 4 through 7 this morning.
First things first, all hour long, we're going to be running some of our favorite content from the fans at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to get in on that action, tweet at us at MNT TMWTSOM or post on our Facebook at facebook.com/MNT TMWTSOM. It's that simple.
That backslash. At 25 after, we've got a real fun wine segment called the Royal Tannenbaums with our lovely in-house sommelier, Auntie Hussein. You know what? I think he's actually from Somalia.
I'm sorry. A Somalian sommelier? Talk about being born for a job.
Right?
He's got some Rieslings that are going to blow our minds. And after that, my little news muse here and I took a weekend up the coast by ourselves, and we got a tour.
No more details. Or this might be Minnesota Tonight this morning with the state of Minnesota after dark.
I'm sorry, I'm being bad.
But he is right. We did take a tour of the Paul Bunyan Museum, and let's just say, we got the story.
We got the story. And finally, we have Haley Heinrichs, Minnesota Dairy Princess, an absolute delight. And she's going to teach Lizzie and I how to wave, like royalty.
They call her Princess K of the Milky Way, and apparently she has some tips on living your best truth.
But the worst truth, folks, is that if you're not careful, you can really stumble into some depressing news stories. And who wants that?
Not us. In Minnesota Tonight this morning with the state of Minnesota, we're all just trying to have a good time, which is why it's time to give our viewers some laughs with some news bloopers, blunders, and gaffes with a little segment we like to call, Let's Give 'Em Something to Typo About.
Let's give them something to typo about.
How about this little tragedy? Courtesy of the Excelsior Sun sailor. Now, I hate to be a grammar Nazi here, people, but that apostrophe, it's a catastrophe, all right?
Trouble.
I'm sorry, what was that? What's that? No, of course I didn't read it. I have you for that. What do you mean? Oh, it's both of them. Okay. So it's not a typo?
Not a typo.
So it's not a typo?
Not a typo.
It's not
I
a
would
typo.
like to issue an apology on behalf of my journalistic life mates for that little Holocaust slip-up. We're sorry if anybody was offended. I would like to make clear that if there's one thing we hate here at the Minnesota Tonight this morning with the state of Minnesota, it's the Holocaust.
But if there's one thing we love, it's tweets from our fans!
Hey!
Let's cleanse our palates a bit and let's see what our viewers are sending in this morning.
All right, well, nothing sounds better, love. The first one tonight is from Johnny Butts.
Oh, Johnny.
He says, the one little trick doctors don't tell you, and then it looks to be a URL of some sort.
All right. That was a fun one, right? Yeah, Twitter and everything, huh? Well, let's take a look at another tweet. Just really cleanse the palate, okay?
Sure.
Ooh, this one comes from our fearless leader, John Gershberg.
Hey!
What's John saying this morning?
We love Gershberg. He is such a sweet guy. John tweets, you guys really should have ran that story by me. This is why we have meetings.
All right, well, you know what? Let's take a look at one more tweet. We'll really cleanse the palate a bit this time. You understand.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Looks like Johnny Butts is back.
Johnny!
Oh! Let's give them something to talk about. Johnny says, the gold standard of morning shows, a staple of my daily routine. Keep up the good work, CNL.
Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you for your support. Seems like you might have gotten hacked earlier, so hope everything's going okay, Johnny. We'll catch up with you later. Well, let's just keep that news ball rolling, huh? Yeah, with our next news story.
Our next top story. So the commissioner of the Minnesota Department of Human Services, which, what even is that, recently visited Baxter, Minnesota to talk about the proposed Republican budget that would slash mental health care.
That's right. We're talking all things mental health in Minnesota in a new segment we call, What Are You Crazy?
Cuckoo. Am I crazy, or is everybody talking about this budget lately?
Money. Am I crazy, or is The Apprentice still the best show on television? I don't want to get political.
I'm sorry. If that's crazy, then I'm a straight up nut. All right, viewers, chime in. What's got you bouncing off the walls lately? Tweet at us at MNTTMWTSOM and use the hashtag #WhatAreYouCrazyMN.
If there's one thing I'm #WhatAreYouCrazyMN about, it's this old bag of bones sitting right across the street from me.
Oh, please, 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 I'm blushing. If there's one thing I'm #nuts for, it's Blue Diamond Jalapeno Wasabi Almonds. Blue Diamond, when you want food that bites back.
Great sponsorship, babe. Is that a sponsor? Anyway, you know what? Let's dive back into that tweet bag and see what our little baby birds are chirping about.
Grabbing one out the nest, yoink. No ifs or ands about it. Johnny Butts is back.
And he's got our bag. What you got for us, Jay Butts?
Johnny Butts says, please update your banking security.
Okay, hey, we love you, Johnny, and no judgments about your internet search habits and all that, but we think that you might have some privacy issues with your account.
Yeah, Butts dog, I'm no expert, but somebody's definitely got your info. Keep safe out there, Jay.
Yeah, keep safe, okay? Well, what else we got coming down the old tweet pike? Ooh, look, our #1 fan, John Bersher's back.
What's Gershy Squirt got to say? Hi, John.
John says, this is my only day off. I implore you, please be sensitive about the mental health crisis and please stop reading my I don't know.
Getting cut off at the end there, John.
Sorry.
Tweet at us again. Let us know what we gotta stop reading.
Well, tell us.
Thanks, boss. Hey, any other tweets coming down the line now around Gardner?
Well, I'm no ornithologist, but it looks like all these other tweeties have gone south.
I see. Chirp, chirp. Well, we're inching towards our emotional tell-all with Minnesota Dairy Princess
That's right,
Haley
we are.
Heinrichs.
We'll take a peek inside her Dairy Princess diary. I know I can't. Hath a wait.
Utterly
Thank you, honey.
captivating.
Thank you.
But first, let's jump into our next top story.
That's right. Popular arcade bar Uptown in Uptown may seem right side up, but things took a bit of a downturn from the top down when a shooting outside left one Minneapolis man laid down facing up.
Game over, man. Game over.
Finish him!
In all seriousness, though, the neighborhood is rightfully shaken up about the first-person shooter at the bar.
It's true. Our thoughts and our prayers do go out to the victim and his family. Let's get back to the tweet!
Hey, call me Sylvester, because I'm all about snatching a great Tweety. What was that old lady's name?
I think her name was Johnny Butts!
Whoa!
Giving you one more shot, Johnny, don't squander it!
I like Jay Butts, and I cannot lie. Here's what he has for us this time around. One is still what one is going to cease to be, and already what one is going to become. One lives one's death, one dies one's life. Some hidden depths for Mr. Butts.
Definitely some heavy stuff for sure. You know, you're all over the place today, Johnny. Thanks for watching.
One more jump to our other favorite, John. Anything new from Gersh?
Ooh, Gershberg, more like Goldberg. Is that anti-Semitic?
Play it off as Mighty Ducks.
Flag B! Whoa! Looks like our own personal Gordon Bombay is on his way to a hat trick. He says, local variety show looking for on-camera talent. DM for more details.
Goal! I believe that's a Minnesota Tonight this morning with the state of Minnesota exclusive.
It's true. A knuckle pucked it. And so you heard it here first, folks, okay? If you want to join our ever-expanding investigative team, just email Gardner at mntmorningswithsom.com with the subject line, Slapshot, and 3 to 5 writing samples.
And we'll be sure to check those out over the next commercial break.
That's right, high sticking. So stay tuned for hour 4, which includes our groundbreaking expose with dairy industry whistleblower Haley Heinrichs.
Plus, a local chef shows us how to properly poach a loon. We'll find out.
We will! And ushering us into hour 6, an unplugged performance of Who Let the Dogs Out by reggae cover band Marley and We.
Well, that surely sounds promising. So
Sure
kick back,
does.
pop a couple of blue diamonds, and let it go to voicemail because we're just getting started.
We'll be right back with 3 more hours of Minnesota Tonight this morning with the state of Minnesota. I'm Lizzie Gardner.
I'm Cody Nelson Gardner. Thank you very much.